Assalamu alaikum. So my name is Mohammad Wajahad and today my topic is parameters of monitoring and evaluation. So this is my introduction. My name is Mohammad Wajahad and roll number is 2K19 B8 61 B8 1.5 morning, assigned by Sir Mohammad Lukman Power. Topic parameters of monitoring and evaluation. Subject monitoring and evaluation in education management. Department Education Management and Supervision, Faculty of Education, University of Sindh, All Campus, Hyderabad. So this is my content, point of view, introduction, the origin of word parameter, monitoring and evaluation, and so on and so forth. So my this slide is point of view. Parameters of monitoring and evaluation refers to a boundaries which involves continuous process of tiering and improvement that enables you to assess the performance of your communication against your aim and objectives. Introduction. Parameters are set to achieve the desired goals, which are achieved by good planning combined with effective monitoring and evaluation can play a major role in enhancing the effectiveness of development program and projects. Good planning help us focus on the results that matter, while monitoring and evaluation help us learn from past success and challenges and inform decision making so that current and future initiatives are better able to improve pupil lives and expand their choices. My second slide is the origin of the word parameter and evaluation. Para is a word that is taken from Greek, which means beside, and metron is also taken from Greek, which means measure, and in modern Latin is called parameter, which means beside measure. As far monitor is concerned, it is taken from the Latin, which means to check or guide, and evaluate is action of appraising or valuing, from French evaluation, noun of action, from evaluator to find a value. So this is the origin of these three words. Now, definition of parameters of monitoring and evaluation. The parameter of monitoring and evaluation are critical aspects of adaptation, planning, and implementation. There are three aspects of adaptation, planning, and implementation that need to be monitored. Tracking the performance of work that are undertaken during the development of an adaptation plan. Example, performance of engagement activities at all steps in the planning cycle. Tracking pre-identify risk thresholds trigger level which identify when adaptation action should be undertaken. Determining the effectiveness plan output and outcomes from adaptation action. Key to monitoring is to identify the indicators that need to be monitored. This should be done early during the formation of a detailed adaptation plan in order to ensure that the selected indicators are appropriate for the actions being implemented and triggers. My other slide is definition of educational parameters of monitoring and evaluation. A complete school monitoring and evaluation system should have the following characteristics. First, organize gathering and processing. Second, analysis and interpretation. Third, storing data and information. Fourth, managerial actions, realization of objectives. What is a school improvement plan and why do we have one? Each year we produce an improvement plan. The plan is a result of an analysis of the school needs, strengths, and weaknesses as identified by our own monitoring, assessment, and evaluation system as well as inspections and the local authority. The school improvement plan contains the long-term priorities and ambitions which the school wishes to work towards, and also start term actions which will ensure that the long term priorities are achieved. Okay, specifically, the school monitoring and evaluation system will provide the following information and insights on. Now, the first is learner progress and achievement of desired learning competencies and potentials of learners to meet the requirements of the next learning level. The second is status and effectiveness of curriculum implementation, school program and projects that and the overall progress of school improvement plan AIP implementation. Third is quality of the teaching and learning process and that these meet the standards set by the Department of Education. And the fourth is efficient management of school improvement plan implementation. School stakeholders' requirements and expectations are informed about the progress of the implementation of the school improvement plan on the timely manner. Now the other slide is concept of parameters of monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation is a concept of continual gathering of information and assessment of it in order to determine whether progress is being made towards pre-specified goals and objectives and to highlight whether there are any unintended positive or negative effects from a project and its activities. It is an integral part of the project cycle and of good management practice. Differences between concept and meaning. The difference between concept and meaning is to set the boundaries as concept, but in meaning to have boundaries while monitoring and evaluation. Now, difference of concepts of educational parameters. There are different concepts of parameters in monitoring and evaluation. Boundaries and educational student monitoring and evaluation. Now, the first is student assessment. Several common policy challenges arise concerning student assessment, aligning educational standard and student assessment, balancing external assessments and teacher based assessment in the assessment of learning a student. The second is teacher evaluation. Common policy challenges in teacher evaluation are combining the improvement and accountability function of teacher evaluation. Third is school evaluation. School evaluation presents common policy challenges concerning aligning external evaluation of a school with internal school evaluation. And the fourth is system evaluation. Common policy challenges for evaluation of education system are meeting information needs at system level. So these are the 4 points, and the other slide is meaning of educational parameters and evaluation. The meaning of parameter in monitoring and evaluation involve the development of an assessment, measure the performance of adaptation efforts in terms of relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, results, and sustainability of the results. So this is the meaning and the principles of educational parameters and evaluation. There are the 5 principles of monitoring and evaluation. So the first is it must be clearly stated where to draw parameters. Second is a variety of techniques should be used for a comprehensive boundaries. Third is a teacher should know the limitation of different monitoring and evaluation techniques. Fourth is the techniques of setting the parameters must be appropriate for the characteristics or performance to be measured by a monitoring and evaluation. Fifth is parameters are the means of an extent to evaluate and monitor. Now the scope. Scope parameters in monitoring and evaluation. Parameters give value judgment and ascertaining the extent to which the educational objectives have been attained. The effectiveness of appraisal or methods of instruction identifies pupil strengths and weakness, difference, difficulties and problems, needs and demand, provide baseline for guideline, guidance and counseling. It is also take care of placement and promotions in jobs, development of attitudes, interests, capabilities, creativity, origin, ability, knowledge and skills, etc. Then the conclusion. We have seen that monitoring and evaluation are distinct through related activities. Monitoring is a regular ongoing activity which provides information for managers so that they can ensure that project implementation is on track. Evaluation asks whether the project is achieving its aim, how well the project is being or has been implemented, and whether there are any unforeseen effects of the project, but the parameters set the boundaries to achieve objectives. So this is the conclusion of this presentation. And now the other slide, there are some techniques that I gave. Techniques of evaluation performance. Your representative appear to work each day, yet would they say they are truly moving the needle? In the present information driven culture, everybody is following their primary concern, execution measurement. While this is critical, it just speaks to final products, not the procedure that prompted them. Like any type of information investigation, making sense of what's new with worker execution begins by picking a system that causes you gather, organize, and decipher information. Execution assessment techniques vary in center supposition and how they are applied, picking one impact all the means that follow. So, it's significant to pick cautiously. Most hands went up consolidating a few strategies and may utilize them at various focuses in a representative profession. So this is the fourth point, and the last is there are a lot of execution assessment techniques, some dating right back of the 1960s. Be that it a may, a branch has a bit ascended to the highest point of the stake. So it's the last point, and these are the references that I have taken and get a data from different websites. You can go and check out the data, and you can have more reasons. And this is my presentation. Thank you so much.